What's the name of this snake?
This is called a Burmese python. This snake's name is Jabba. He is probably around 10 feet, and I'd guess he's probably around 45 pounds.
Oh, man. He's beautiful.
Yeah, he is a gorgeous snake.
We're going to feed him a rabbit, not a live rabbit.
Nope.
As we were talking about earlier. He's really pretty shiny and looks to be just about as healthy as anything.
Yeah, he definitely is one of the ones that's not shy about eating.
You can hold that back away from your mouth just a little bit.
Okay.
Now, this... oh, boy.
So you can see how he's using a hook because you don't really want your hand in the way of that.
Oh, man. And he just curls right around that snake.
Now, what the constrictors do,
mm-hmm.
he doesn't know. It makes no difference to him if this rabbit is dead or alive. He's going to go through the same process.
Yeah.
What he's doing is, in the constriction, they just squeeze the animal, and then as the animal exhales, they squeeze tighter, and it leaves no room for them to breathe back in.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see he's got his mouth open on the head.
Let's see.
And what he'll do is...
I can't see where his mouth is. Oh, I see, yeah.
You can see the...
How did he figure that out?
The heat-sensing pits they have on the front of their face are very, very sensitive pits.
So he figured out right where the head is the minute he...
Mm-hmm. And even if a snake... Yeah, if a snake grabs the animal and doesn't grab it by the head, they'll still maneuver around and start at the head. Now, sometimes they'll screw up and they'll start on the back end, but for the most part, they don't try to start eating from the middle. Mm-hmm. They grab it from the head and they'll start. And that also is just biologically, the limbs will all lay down so that they can actually swallow it. Because if you were to try to swallow it any other way, those limbs could be a problem.
Now, he's starting to relax a little bit.
Yep.
Because he's sure that the animal is dead, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure that the animal is constricted to death.
And everybody kind of knows that they can... People say that they unhinge their jaw. They technically don't unhinge their jaw. It never unhinges. There's a ligament that stays there, but they can open it wide. Now, they can open it the way that everybody imagines, but they also, on the bottom lip, they have a separation on their bottom lip, and their bottom jaw can actually separate lengthwise.
Now he's just
maneuvering around to the head now. He has very small teeth all around in his mouth, and they all angle backwards. So as he eats, those teeth, if this were a live struggling animal, it would help kind of anchor it in so they can't pull back out.
How long is it going to take him to
I'd guess
swallow that thing?
Probably
that
10 to 15 minutes, it looks like, on the pace that he's already going now.
Really? He can that whole thing can get down inside that snake in 10 to 15 minutes?
Yeah.
Is there something that the snake is also using to dissolve the creature at all, or is it just this point?
They have really strong digestive enzymes in their stomach. When he digests that animal, they will digest everything. When he finally has his BM and urates, there's nothing left. It digests this.
You mean when he takes a crap?
Yeah, when he takes a shit. When he's done,
okay.
It'll be nothing. It'll be the hair, the bones, the teeth, every part of that animal is digested. Because this animal in the wild, he may not know when the next meal is coming, so they need to use every bit of nutrients that they can.
Your brother's going to be so jealous when he finds out that you got to see this and he didn't.
Her other brother, not this one.
We'll let him,
her other brother.
Because I don't want to make him nervous and not eat. So we'll let him go.
Might be shy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he might be just more curious about what's going on because, like I said, he eats a lot, and he's definitely not... He's not hurting for food. So if there's a lot going on, he might just be more curious about us than actually eating.
Now, let's see what we've got here, the progress.
So now we can see here on
the
Burmese, this is Jabba again, and he is halfway down this rabbit, and you can see how well he's stretched.
Now, when a snake like this has eaten, is eating a rabbit like this, a full big snake, and it's a full-size rabbit, they must be pretty vulnerable at this point.
They are fairly vulnerable. This is probably the most vulnerable time that they'll usually try to go someplace safe to do this. Now, they do have exit strategies if something were to happen. If he felt threatened, this snake could immediately regurgitate that animal. If he needed to evacuate, he could just spit it right out. Because if it's a matter of his life, he needs to get away. And snakes can even do that after they've eaten the entire thing. if it's a giant python and it's ate a 20-pound boar or something, and if it gets in a threatened situation...
A 20-pound boar.
Which they can do. If it gets in a situation where it feels threatened and it can't move because it's got that bulk in its body, they'll just regurgitate it. And so that's why after we feed him, we'll leave him alone for at least 48 hours to let him
digest his food.
Yep.